Oil is one of the most valuable natural resources in the world, playing a crucial role in energy, economy, industry, and daily life. In 2023, global crude oil production averaged approximately 81.8 million barrels per day, BPD. The United States led with 13.4 million barrels of oil per day, followed by Saudi Arabia at 10.8 million barrels of oil per day, and Russia at 10.75 million barrels of oil per day. In terms of consumption, worldwide oil usage reached about 4.53 billion metric tons in 2023, reflecting a steady increase over the past 3 decades. But what is the composition of oil? How is it formed? And why some countries have so much oil? Oil, also known as crude oil or petroleum, is a complex mixture of hydrocarbons, molecules made up of hydrogen and carbon. It also contains small amounts of other elements like sulfur, oxygen, and nitrogen. The composition of crude oil varies depending on its source, but it typically includes alkanes, or paraffins, which are simple straight or branched-chain hydrocarbons. Cycloalkanes, or naphthenes, which are ring-structured hydrocarbons. Aromatics that are compounds with benzene rings. Asphaltenes and resins, which are heavy, complex molecules with sulfur, nitrogen, and oxygen. Once extracted, crude oil is refined into various products, including gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, lubricants, and petrochemicals used to make plastics and other materials. Oil is formed through a natural process that takes millions of years and involves the transformation of organic material under heat and pressure. The transformation takes place in a few steps. First, we have organic matter accumulation. Oil formation begins with tiny marine organisms, such as plankton and algae, that lived in ancient oceans and lakes. When these organisms die, they settle on the seafloor and mix with mud and sediments instead of fully decomposing. Then there is the burial and sedimentation step. Over time, more layers of sediment cover the organic material. This burial prevents oxygen from reaching it, slowing decomposition and allowing organic material to be preserved. Then we have the formation of kerogen with adequate heat and pressure. As more sediment accumulates over millions of years, the organic material is buried deeper. Heat and pressure gradually transform it into a waxy, solid substance called kerogen. Then there is thermal maturation with oil and gas formation. If buried at low temperatures, below around 50 degrees Celsius or 122 degrees Fahrenheit, the material remains kerogen. At higher temperatures, 50 to 150 degrees Celsius or 122 to 302 degrees Fahrenheit, kerogen breaks down into liquid oil. This is called the oil window. If buried even deeper, at higher temperatures, around 150 to 200 degrees Celsius or 302 to 392 degrees Fahrenheit, oil breaks down further into natural gas, methane and other hydrocarbons. If you're enjoying the video so far, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, so we can continue making new videos for you. The final step is migration and trapping. Once formed, oil and gas are lighter than water and rock, so they start migrating upward through porous rock layers. If they reach a non-permeable rock layer, caprock, they get trapped, forming an oil reservoir. This process takes millions of years, which is why oil is considered a non-renewable resource. It cannot be replaced on human timescales. Humans drill into these underground reservoirs to extract crude oil, which is then refined into fuel, plastics, and other products. But why Arab countries have so much oil? The Middle East, including Arab countries, became one of the richest oil regions in the world. This happens because of unique geological conditions that existed in the region millions of years ago. Around 100 to 300 million years ago, during the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods, the Middle East was covered by shallow, warm seas rich in microscopic marine life, plankton, algae, and other organisms. When these organisms died, they settled on the seafloor and were buried under sediments, forming organic-rich deposits. Over millions of years, these organic-rich sediments were buried deeper under layers of rock. The region had the ideal temperature and pressure to transform this organic material into kerogen and, eventually, into crude oil and natural gas. Oil needs storage space in underground rock formations, and the Middle East has vast layers of porous limestone and sandstone that act as natural reservoirs, allowing oil to accumulate. For oil to stay underground, it needs to be trapped by impermeable rock layers, cap rocks. The Middle East has massive salt domes and dense shale layers that prevent oil from escaping, keeping large reserves in place. Unlike regions with high geological instability, like the Pacific Ring of Fire, the Arabian Peninsula has relatively stable geology, which has preserved these oil deposits for millions of years. The region includes several giant oil basins, like the Arabian Basin, with countries such as Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and United Arab Emirates. The Persian Gulf Basin, with countries such as Iran, Qatar, and Bahrain. And the Mesopotamian Basin. These basins contain some of the largest oil fields in the world, like the Ghawar field in Saudi Arabia, the largest on Earth. So Arab countries have so much oil because millions of years ago, the region had ideal conditions for oil formation, warm seas, rich organic material, the right geological formations, and stable conditions that allowed oil to accumulate in massive underground reservoirs. While oil remains essential today, there is a growing shift toward renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and electric vehicles, reducing dependence on fossil fuels. However, oil will likely continue to be important for industries like petrochemicals, transportation, and manufacturing for decades. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It would be great if you could leave a comment too.